So, again, so this is the part two ng formatting style so that we will be able to cover everything and then we can move forward to next chapter uh, next meeting. But, all right. So now, um, content arrangement. We will disregard printing cover color. So this is for case example. Um, for us, for the PhD, since this is just a course requirement, not really a program requirement, you don't have to print now. Okay? But we have to remember the preliminaries, especially the arrangement, and ano yung pinahanglan nila. Alright? Okay. So first off, you can disregard the number 3 and the number 4, approval sheet and acceptance sheet. No need for approval and acceptance sheet since this is for a thesis. So since hindi as exactly says, so no need for that. Right? So let's just step them there. Cover page. So for the cover page, it's basically yung nauuna before the title. Alright? So ang ano dira, uh, the title, ang nasa pinakababaw is the title of your uh, feasibility study. Alright? Gusto lang title mo na natin that your business name, colon, a feasibility study. Ganun. The complete name of your of the members, right, at the center. So first name, last name, alphabetical, okay? And then the year graduation. So that would be 2025 graduation para sa atin, before sa mga. The title shall be intended following the inverted pyramid. Ibig sabihin, pag yeah, ganyan. Which I'm sure you will be this is a title page. So basically, a cover page, wala lang siya sa wala lang ganyan. Ganyan yung labas ng title ng cover page. You have your business name or sorry, ng title and then your name. Alphabetical yung based on last name. Sandra, Celso, Dorba, Duarte, Tolentino. Alphabetical. Pero ang pagkakalagay is first name and then Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Marketing Management. Month and now, title page comes next. So yun yung actually nakita ko. The title page is the first page of the thesis or in your case of your thesis. It contains, again, your title, the name of the student, the institution, kung sa din submit the degree, and the month. And so, ang mga name. So, pinagkaiba niya lang is meron kang ganito. An undergraduate, now this one may be different siya. An undergraduate feasibility study submitted to the Faculty of Faculty of Management, uh, Rosity in partial requirement of the in partial fulfillment of the requirement for the course na kasi nga course na requirement na siya. Course kung ano na course yan. And then ito the course of the degree. Uh, then and visibility. Of course, visibility, right? Right. Then you don't have to do the approval sheet, so you can disregard that. Acceptance, you can disregard. Now, let's go to acknowledgement. So for the acknowledgement, this is the page where the author gives recognition or the proponent, in your case, you are called proponent, if you are proposing a business. Um, recognizing the people or group of people na appreciate nyo din, na dako gid ang bugod sang dito, sang ginakandak mo ang study. So, itong part na to, the acknowledgement, this is the only part where you can be artistic in writing. Alright? Uh, for the rest, it has to be academic writing. But that's why you can be faithful, you can say amazing things, you can say no words could describe the gratitude that I have for this person. Mga mga artistic type of construction. So, pwede yan siya sa acknowledgement. Kasi nga, um, it's more of how you express it. Okay? The thing there na kinahanglan lang natin tandaan, kinahanglan talang tandaan, so of course, proponents again, you can give the person's name. Just take note lang na third person tayo. So, hindi pwedeng thank you yung may we. Hindi pa pwedeng we are. Alright? It has to be in third person perspective. Kung hindi siya kaya mga third person, I would suggest, just go ahead and write the names na lang. Ilalagay. Kung meron kayong mga grupo, pwede nyo rin siyang yan. Pwede nyo siyang i-mention din. Sabi na. Ako, yan. So this is uh, my thesis when I was taking uh, my master's in Philamer. So I have some groups. Pinakilala ko yung mga ano, English critic. Wala siya sa mga UI. Diba? Makita ko. Kasi nga, third person siya dapat. At the same time, meron akong mga grupo. Diyan, dalawang kumagi. You can, you can, you can write that down on your acknowledgement because kung gusto mo sila pasalamatan, then you can go ahead. So you have that time, right? Just take note na dapat meron tayo nito. Like, kumbaga yung initials niya. So I'm sure you're familiar with that. Alright, next is table of contents. Okay, tingnan kita. So, enter lang na preliminary. So, preliminary nyo, pages, again, acceptance and approval sheet, not necessary. Alright. Ito pala yung biographical sketch. Before ng acknowledgement, meron dapat na biographical sketch. So, biographical sketch. Before, ginagawa siya resume at the end of the paper. So, ngayon, biographical sketch na siya. Per ano to ha? Per proponent. Per person kung baga. So, ano nakalagay sa biographical sketch? Basically, kung ano yung life story na gusto mo makilala ka as. Kung gusto mong isabi yung achievements mo, awards mo, personal information, success stories, anything na you feel like you need to share so that people can know you better. Pwede mo yan sa ilaban sa biographical sketch. At the same time, again, third person. So kung babasahin niyo yan, wala kang makikita I, myself, wala. Third person. Kahit na kayo yung different, third person. Kasi nga, academic tayo. Okay. So now, let's go back. So basically, table of content, andun na naman yan, preliminary, and then pages. So kung makita nyo, may space, double spacing pa rin siya. Chapter 1, double space. Tapos bakit may indentation? May indentation yung iba. Ini-indent mo yun siya kapag to signify na ito sila, mga subsection title, or subsections ni respondent. Itong dalawa, subsection ni research instrument. So sa table of content pala, ano na siya, dito. Sa research, sa table of contents pa lang, indicated na these sections are supporting sections of your main section. So, the validity, the reliability na section, inasupport niya yung research instrument mo na main section. So, that's why naka-index. Hindi siya pantay. Research. Alright. What else? The workflow, support niya sa production. The sales workflow, support niya sa sales. Kailangan po na medyo mahaba yun. Sa list of so, tuloy-tuloy tayo. So, you have your list of yung table of contents and niya is references, appendices. Di ba kanina sabi sa rule, walang page number. So, that's why pati sa table of contents, walang ilalagay page number. Kasi nga, walang page number yung reference based dun sa manual na diniscuss during the part 1. Alright, now we also have the list of tables in case you have tables in your study. Okay, so three columns lang naman yan, table number, title, and then yung page numbers nila. Same thing, may spaces in between the tables. Right? And then list of figures. So dito tayo sa figures. So same figure number, title, pages. Now, na-discuss ko na ito kanina, diba? Last time. So again, kapag yung title mo masyadong mahaba, kailangan mo i-cut single space. Okay? Now, take note. Kung makikita nyo, malinis yung dito na part. Malinis siya. Alam. Diba? Malinis siya. That's, I'm sure you're familiar with that now when you were making your thesis. We have to make sure na may malinis yung area. Right. Yun. Tapos, malinis siya. So that would tell you actually na, kailangan ko na siya i-cut kasi baka lumagpas na siya dito. Dapat itong area na ito. Okay. Alright, executive summary. No thesis, you have abstract. So basically that serves as your executive summary here in thesis. Alright, so the format, yung name nyo, yan, course facilitator, and then, and then, the summary of your entire chapters 2, then chapters 1 to, chapters 1 to 7. Para Alright, and then keywords. Minimum of 6 nakabutado. Now, take note, medyo mahaba ang niya, ang executive summary. Your executive summary should be just 1 page only. So, we have to really make it in a way na na one page lang siya. So we really have to summarize as much as we can ang entire yung na PC para mapagkasya siya sa um, dito, sa one page na executive. Which I'm sure kaya naman kayo nagawa naman siya sa market research. So, mag-report na lang. So, yun. That's the end. Just introduction natin. So, that will be for the next chapter. Right. So, again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to send it on our Google chat or sa comment section for this part. And by our next meeting, we'll go ahead and proceed with the next. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.